Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Man Cave Beer Reviews. I am your host, Brian. Today, I am reviewing a hazy double IPA from one of my favorite local brewers. It's called Meeseeks Juice. It's brewed by Los Angeles Ale Works, right here in my neck of the woods, about 6 miles from my front door. This beer first caught my eye. Those of you who know me know that I am a huge Rick and Morty fan. Love the show. So this beer first caught my attention admittedly because of the name and because I wanted the can as a decoration. But as it turns out, it's actually become one of my favorites. It's now a regular in my fridge here in the man cave. And wanted to try it out, give it a review. So as I mentioned, the can alone is a keepsake. There are two variants of the can. The first one, I had one here, but I can't find it. I don't know what I did with it. But the first one actually had the Mr. Meeseeks face, and it looked pretty cool. This is the second run of this beer, and they changed up the can a little bit. It's still very Rick and Morty-esque, very representative of Mr. Meeseeks. So it's still a cool can to have. If they ever bring the original can back, though, that one is my favorite. So anyhow, while originally I bought it mostly because I wanted the can, it quickly became one of my favorites, as I said. It has a really strong citrus and pineapple flavor, and it's really just moderately bitter. It's very, pretty smooth, pretty refreshing, and it has an ABV of 8%. So it doesn't take much to get you nice and fuzzy. And if you live here in SoCal, it's also fairly easy to find, so that's always a good thing. I get mine from Craft Beer Kings in La Habra because that's easily accessible for me when I'm on my way home from work. But I see it available at several liquor stores here in Downey. There's another one in Whittier. Again, most of these places, they have a social media, so if you follow them, you'll know when they get certain beer that you're looking for. They're usually pretty good at updating their feeds. If you don't live in this area, I've mentioned this before, if you don't mind paying for shipping, Craft Beer Kings will ship to your door. I'll leave a link in the description to their website. It's pretty handy. They do charge a lot for shipping, but you have to remember what it is they're shipping. So they have to pack it, and it's pretty heavy. But they do offer shipping, and it's very convenient. LA Ale Works is, like I said, it's right here in the LA area, obviously. Not far from my house. I haven't had a chance to visit they have a tap house, and they do like events and stuff like that, and I haven't had a chance to visit them yet. I follow them on social media. It looks like fun. As soon as I get a chance, I will make it down there. They are located at 12918 Cerise Avenue in Hawthorne. So also, if you are a fan of soccer or a fan of the newly minted Los Angeles Chargers, they're not far from StubHub Center, or whatever they call it now. I don't think it's StubHub Center anymore, but you know what I'm talking about. And as I mentioned, they do host several events, so make sure you check your website if you're planning on heading over there and checking out their place, because it might not be available just for anybody to walk in at that time. They post a schedule. I'll post a link to their website, so you can check the schedule before you head down. And I think that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Happy Cinco de Mayo. And don't forget, in this very room, we do a podcast. Some friends of mine and even some family stop by every once in a while, and we sit around and talk about the goings-on in the world. And mostly it's just a bunch of dudes sitting around talking smack to each other. We're mostly funny. We try to be anyway. So if you want to catch us on Spotify, Google Play, TuneIn, Amazon, iTunes, of course, or you can just go directly to our website, www.mancave562.org, and check out the podcast. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Stay hydrated, mi amigos.